everyone, and welcome to the Priceless Podcast. My name is Michael Secen, and I'm your podcast host. This podcast is made in partnership with the European Forum of LGBT Christian Groups. It is also part of the Let Us Be Heard series supported by HMS. You can follow us through Instagram and Facebook. You can visit our webpage. And of course, you will find all the necessary links in the podcast description. Today, I have a guest with me, and I'm very happy that she was willing to come here and talk to me. Her name is Franziska Driessen-Reding.
Franziska is a 52-year-old woman, married, 3 kids grown up. And in fact, she's also a home economics teacher.
Oh.
But now, at the moment, I am the president of the Synodal Council of the Catholic Church in the canton of Zurich. We have kind of a special system in Switzerland. Also due to our direct democracy, which means we also have a church parliament.
Wow.
And we have an executive. I think it's not especially me as a female president, but me with my ideas, maybe more liberal than others, more liberal than the bishop or his staff. And so the opposition comes actually from that part. This is the biggest issue at all, and not actually me being a woman. For me, one of the main topics is definitely the discrimination. All in all, if it's female, male, if it's the LGBTIQ community, whatever, discrimination has no place in the Catholic Church. And there I'm really sure that we have to do a few more steps to really get to that, a few more big steps.
Yeah.
We are in the year 2022. You cannot just always find a way to not facing a problem.
Yeah.
Just this to make clear, it's not me, it's a whole team. And what I always see is that big network that is growing. For instance, in Germany, Maria 2.0, this women that are so strong and they impress me and they're so creative. And then there's the Catholic Women's Council, where we have women from the Far East, from America, South America, from Africa. And what we always hear here in Switzerland, oh, you Swiss women, you do want so much, but the rest of the world is not that far. And my question then back is, oh, really? Are they really for discrimination? I can't figure out how they would. And with that network, I can see that everywhere there's the same issues, and everywhere there's the same ideas. It's not just us Europeans or us Swiss who are that special. I didn't have to become an ally. I have gay, lesbian people in my family. I grew up with it, and it was never something special. It was just as normal as it could be. And finding out actually with all I did in the Catholic Church that we were still that far away was the worst thing to find out, because I thought they were moving on too, but actually they weren't. We are still way behind. That's why we really need to be loud and speak out. The first years I was only at the masses we had on Sunday during the Pride. And then when I was elected the president, I thought, well, it's not enough with the mess. I really need to step out and have a look what's going on there. And luckily I had some good friends. They explained me everything about all these communities and the richness of what happens on that day. And so now it's always in my agenda, and it's very important. And my family is joining me. They're coming with me. I have my dress, my pride dress. Well, it's not a drag dress.
That's the next step.
Yes, one above. Yes. But I really think that the priests and also the bishop, they have to learn a lot. Sometimes we hear, well, if you don't like it, just get Protestant or just get out of church. That's not the way. The church is so much. It's not only the building, but it's a whole community. And also this community has to go to a good future. The church will change. In Switzerland, people are running away. They don't get why the church cannot move forward. So the church members are getting less and less. The church must change to not get a very unimportant part somewhere in a corner. What I think is very important is to not stop telling people what LGBTIQ means. And now we had this out in church in Germany, which was a very, very, very strong sign with these 125 people talking about their coming out. And some came really out when that came on television. Yes. I mean, that was so impressive. I was really touched. And I think how hard it ever may be, this is the way. Talk to people, show them that you're one of them. But it's easy for me to say. My struggles are much smaller. I'm just a woman in the Catholic Church. I would say love is love is love. Love your kid as much as you can. As all parents should, of course. But let her know that it is fine. And God wanted her or him like this. And just support them wherever you can, because they need more. They need more support. They need supportive parents. The Catholic Church does also teach and does form the priests. And one of the things I really think we have to work on it very, very hard is that future priests are taught the same way. And let's say if a mom finds trust to one of these preachers or bishops, priests, whatever, and tells that her daughter, her son was coming out, then we really need to have these people telling them, beautiful, they found love. It's normal. Everything is all right. And imagine if that change would have been done much earlier, where we would be now. I don't get it, why we are not that far yet. I really don't get it. With that system we have in Switzerland, and maybe in the future some other countries can have, we can get a better church, a church that is more open. And even if not all people from the clergy do agree with us, having a dual system and this power divided into two parts, let's say, makes it better, stronger, because it's not only a bishop that can say, I need this and that and that, and hundreds of people would do that for him, but he also has to come to us to ask for that money. And we will discuss that in the parliament. So an abuse, not only sexual, but also all kind of abuse of power is, well, I would say almost by 0%, because there's always a control.
Thank you for being my guest. You're was welcome. Such an honor. Thank you, dear viewers and listeners, for being with us. As said in the beginning, this podcast is made in partnership with the European Forum of LGBT Christian Groups. It is part of the Let Us Be Heard series sponsored by HMS. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram. Find the necessary links in the podcast description. See you next time. Bye, everyone, and bye, Franziska.
Thank you. Bye.